mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Boom, did it, boom, ba da boo da doo. Wow. And Chi-Chi's just staring at me. That's rather appropriate for what I'm doing. So, hey guys, this is Chase, that guy with the gloves, and now she's scratching at my chair. What? You have food, you have water, and your litter box has changed. What do you want from me? Well, she just wants pets. Okay, hey guys. So this is going to be part 1 of the Q&A video. First video is going to be the comments I got on the mailbag episode, and I'm going to read, so basically this is just YouTube comments, and for part 2, I'm going to be reading the comments that I got on Instagram. And I'm also going to check my Facebook, see if anything was on there. But I don't remember posting anything about the Q&A on Facebook. And I did a Q&A once before, and this time I'm just doing it alone in my room, even though Chi-Chi's here with me. Basically, so I'm not watching anything and I don't get distracted and say the wrong things. But hey, if I mess up, feel free to let me have it in the comments. And if you watch the previous Q&A videos and I got asked the same question and I gave you a different answer, well, you're just going to have to take that for what it is. Okay. And hey, you know, times change, people change, and we forget things. Okay, so we're going to go up the comment section. I'm all the way down at the very beginning of the comments on the mailbag episode. Shoutouts to Dorian's Toy Show for always being first. Wadfigs, I see your comment there. Let's see. Alright. Here, I guess, yeah, here's the first question from WWE Figure Hunter. Do I love Hulk Hogan as much as you do? Now, let me say that again. You love Hulk Hogan as much as I do. I don't know how much you love Hulk Hogan, but I can see from your icon picture that it is of Hulk Hogan, so you do have to at least like him. Now, before the whole racist scandal thing happened, yeah, I could consider myself a Hulkamaniac. I did like him growing up. I liked other wrestlers way more than him. Excuse me. Should I edit that out or leave it in? I'll probably leave it in. So, I liked other wrestlers way more than him. Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage. I even think I like the $1 Million Man more than I like Hulk Hogan. Jake Roberts, The Undertaker, the Road Warriors. Even though I knew, Hogan was the big hero, he was the big star of the show, I did like him. He was intense and he was fun and kind of goofy. Especially loved his run as Hollywood Hogan in WCW, and when he came back in 2002, I thought that was just amazing. But yeah, I like Hulk Hogan. I think he's an okay guy. Regarding what happened to him, though, he said some really, really dumb stuff. He said some really hurtful stuff. He's apologized for it, and I'm pretty much done with it. I'm done thinking, talking about it. He got caught. He got punished. I don't think he should have been erased from WWE the way it happened, and he's apologized for it. Tearfully, he's apologized for it. So I'm going to leave it at that, but I still like Hulk Hogan. And let's move on. Michael Castillo, hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. What was your first WWE Mattel figure? It was the Elite Series 2 Triple H, the one with the cloth shirt. I can't say that. Cloth shirt, where it's got like the skeletal king version of him, like walking forward with the 2 sledgehammers. And he came with a sledgehammer and a waddle. A waddle. He came with a sledgehammer and a water bottle. And I thought that was cool. Like, I didn't even really pay attention to like wrestling figures at the time. Like, I was still collecting Marvel Legends, DC Universe Classics, Street Fighter figures, the Soda ones, and some other ones here and there. But yeah, just the WWE figures at that time were not even on my radar. In fact, I've seen better TNA figures from Toy Biz versus what Jakks was putting out at the time. So when I found out that they were switching toy companies, the Series 2 was the first one that I saw in stores. Or actually, no, I think Series 1 and 2 were at my Walmart at the same time. If you can believe that, we had 2 come out at the exact same time. And yeah, I saw that Triple H and was like, okay, I'm really sad I can't find the Series 1 Undertaker, but this Triple H figure is just awesome. Could not believe it. So I had to pick it up, and that's pretty much what kickstarted my whole WWE Mattel obsession, was that one Triple H figure. All right. Cody Hagen. Hagen? I almost wanted to say Hagar. Will you do BPW Raw after Meltdown? I have a show similar to Raw. It's more of a flashbacky type show where I recap things, a la how Captain McKay does JWF Warzone. I really loved WWE shows like that. Like, it was like, what was that show that they had? It was like, it was Saturday. It was on Saturday mornings, and it was like Hotline or something like that. And I'm not confusing it with like an adult business line or whatever, or adult sex line or whatever. It was something like that where they had Todd Bettengale and sometimes Sonny or Doc Hendricks, aka Michael Hayes, and they were just in a studio recapping things that happened. And I remembered one episode where Steve Austin came in there and just tore the place apart. It was just freaking amazing. So yes, that show is going to be called Fallout. If you saw the promo for Meltdown, you would have seen that little hint at the very end of it that said there will be nothing left but the Fallout. So that's what it's going to be called. It's the Fallout. It'll be called BPW Fallout or the Fallout. I haven't made up my mind. And oh, you have a second question. Will you do a review? Yeah, this is going well. This is going so well. Will you do a review of you, Chase Custom Figure? Someday. He's not done yet. I got the face done. The gloves I need to touch up because I don't have the wrist parts on them yet. I also am kind of wondering if I want to switch the body out because he's got the Cesaro Elite 23 body. I'm that hairy, but I'm not that ripped. And I switched out the legs with another wrestler because he is going to have a wrestling attire underneath his normal clothes. I just haven't finished that. So that's really why I haven't shown that off yet. And I need to repaint the eyes because my eyes are kind of a bluish green, whereas the Cesaro figure, his eyes are brown. In fact, I also thought about making the eyes red because I'm just crazy weird like that. Let's see. Let's get another question. SFS best, or I guess SF's best one. I wonder if SF is Street Fighters. Street Fighter. That'd be cool. His question, or your question, I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, sorry. Who do I think is the number 2 promotion behind WWE? Right now, I'd have to say it's New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think Ring of Honor is just below them, but they work really closely with New Japan, so I group them in together. I'd have to say Lucha Underground is next, and then TNA. TNA is in shambles, otherwise, if this question was asked in 2006 or 7, I would have said TNA. Speaking of Lucha... Again, speaking of Lucha Underground, do you watch it? I've seen the first episode, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I was waiting for the rest of the episodes to come out so I could just binge watch all of them, and I kind of know how everything ends because spoilers, but I do love it. I think it's really cool, and I hope it continues. Yes, who my favorite wrestler on there is. I like Prince Puma, Chavo, love Chavo, and Johnny Mundo, yeah. Big fan of John Morrison. So I don't really have an answer for that just because I haven't seen the whole thing yet, and I haven't even been exposed to all the wrestlers that are on that show. But just know that I have watched it, I am going to watch it, and I do love it. Let's see. If Jimmy Alley, if WWE, ROH, New Japan, Global Force, TNA, CZW, WCW, and ECW had a best in the world tournament where they chose their top wrestlers and superstars, who do you think would be in it and who would win? WWE, best of all time, best person to put in this match would be The Undertaker. Ring of Honor, I'm going to choose Kevin Steen. New Japan, I'm going to choose Shinsuke Nakamura. Global Force, I don't know a lot of wrestlers. I know PJ Black is in there, and I know Jeff Jarrett is in there, so I'm going to say, because it's him, I'm going to say Jeff Jarrett would choose himself. TNA, I'm going to say AJ Styles from when he was awesome, which was all the time, except, some of his gimmicks sucked, but AJ Styles at his best in TNA. CCW, I don't know anybody from CZW. I don't watch it, so I'm going to have to exclude that one, sorry. WCW, Sting, Crow Sting. ECW, Rob Van Dam. Now, out of all those guys, I'm not... Okay, I really just want to pick the Undertaker and call it good. Seeing this person's matches, I'm gonna have to pick Shinsuke Nakamura. That dude is hard. He is the king of the strong style for a reason, and I think he would win the whole thing because I think he's won more tournaments than anybody in that list. I don't think Undertaker's won one tournament, so that would be my pick is Shinsuke Nakamura. Let's scroll up, see what we got here. It took you a year to finish Meltdown. Thank you. I'm glad you noticed. Um, Logan DePino. I'm gonna call you Logan and imagine that you're Wolverine, even though you're not the Wolverine. What's your opinion on the Hulk Hogan racist fiasco? I did answer that down below. I'm over it. If you were personally offended by Hulk Hogan and you're still holding a grudge against him, I totally understand and respect that. Everybody's different. I was, of course, like, dude, come on, you really had to say that, but him explaining his circumstances on it, I don't excuse what he said. I mean, I'm pretty certain a lot of people have been in the worst position in their life and they never went on a racist tirade, but everybody's different, so that's that's pretty much it. Um, oh man, that's a hard one. I'm gonna say your name is Keontae de Cheeseburger. What made you want to make stop motion? Um, I've always loved stop motion. Like stuff like Nightmare Before Christmas and whatnot. Growing up watching that kind of thing, those kinds of movies and whatnot, and TV shows, and seeing like Mad TV and like I think SNL's done a couple of them. I don't really remember what my first actual exposure to stop motion was, but another one that I remembered was I think it's what was it called on Nickelodeon? I think it was called Action League Now. It was part of a block series that they did, and I just thought that was really cool to just, take your toys and make them move and tell stories with them. I just always thought that was awesome, and I've tried it over the years. And but fast forwarding through all the bull crap, when I was starting out doing YouTube, I really wanted to do something to make my reviews stand out. So I started doing stop motion, and a lot of guys out there were big inspirations for me, like Captain McKay Random, DGDX. He's another one. Um, he doesn't really do stop motion per se, but it's just some random guy. He's the one that really made me want to be like, okay, his skits are awesome, but I don't do skits really. I do reviews. So what if I started putting skits in my reviews? Would if that would be cool. But that was really a big reason was just to help my reviews stand out, and then it just got popular enough to where people were like, "Could you just do stop motion shows?" And so far, yeah. And even though I've kind of had to take hiatuses here and there, mostly because this year's been pretty bad technologically speaking. My camera has, yeah, that's a whole other story. But yeah, um, got a lot of good ideas and new ideas for shows coming out. So I hope that answered your yeah. I hope that answered your question. Joey Pacelli. Let's see. How many total WWE figures do you have in your collection? I've never counted. It changes so often because sometimes I look at one and I say I don't really want this one anymore, and I either trade it or sell it, or I turn it into a custom. So I'm gonna guess I have at least. If I'm gonna ballpark, I want to say somewhere between 150 and 200. I do need to. I should actually count. My fiance has been wanting me to catalog all my figures for years now, just to for either insurance purposes or just to know how much they are and what they cost and whatnot. So that's something I'll do someday. I will get an actual count. Maybe I'll do that on the next collection video where I do the next contest. Fernando, okay, Fernando Renterera. Again, probably mispronouncing that. Who is your favorite YouTuber video-wise out of Noah Pratner, BW Figs 101? I'm guessing that's best in the world Figs, Wad Figs, or the ZE7297. I've never seen the other three guys, not from lack of trying. It's just that they've never shown up in like a recommendation thing or anything like that, and I haven't had a chance to Google who these people are yet or search on YouTube. So I am going to say Wad Figs. Sort of met him through my contest that I had earlier this year that he was the grand prize winner from, And I've been watching his videos ever since, and we've talked on Instagram a lot, and we've done some trades, and I made a custom Shawn Michaels for him, and he's a good guy. I like him. So I'd have to say, yeah, out of those four, he's the only one I've seen, so he's the only one I can base this off of is Wadfigs. DBZ Wrestling 935 asks, what is your dream elite lineup? Number one, Goldberg. I want them to make a Mattel Goldberg so bad. I love my custom, but I want to see Mattel's take on it. Hopefully they'll make like a 2003 version where he's got the white and the black trunks. That'd be kind of cool. Lita. I'd love to see an elite Lita with better articulation than what the figures have now. Those Diva figures get screwed on articulation, and I'm not happy about that. We're getting the APA, and I'm pretty certain I might have been asked this question before. I wanted the APA in an elite lineup, and we're finally getting them. I'll throw him in there, even though I want this to be a defining moments, because I want his coat, that elaborate coat that he wore, to be made out of actual fabric. But I'm going to throw him in here anyway, because it's a dream lineup. I want WrestleMania 14 Undertaker with a fabric coat or a robe, whatever that is. That thing is so badass. You know, it doesn't even have to be that elaborate. He wore like a more stripped down version of that throughout that time, and that'd be perfectly fine. Or even an Undertaker from the night after WrestleMania 13, where he had that sleeveless coat with the hat and the classic Winged Eagle title. That would be a badass figure. So I'd have to say, yeah, just Attitude Era WrestleMania 14 or night after WrestleMania 13 Undertaker. So I guess that's 3. So I need 3 more. And I've got basically 3 flashbacks in there right now. So let's do 3 modern wrestling people. We've never had 2 divas in an elite lineup. So I think I'm going to break the mold here. Let's see, who do I really want? Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna say I want an. Oh God, I'm having a hard time picking between these two, so I'm just gonna say both of them. Either Sasha Banks with her coat and the glasses and the NXT Women's Championship, or Bayley from NXT Brooklyn with her Dusty Macho Man outfit and the NXT Women's Championship. So for that, I'm gonna say right now Sasha Banks. I would want that one, but that Bayley was like that was up there. So that's 4. Adrian, I guess he's not Adrian Neville anymore. Just Neville with his purple attire. With his purple attire. I can't say it. Let's say that again. Okay, Neville with his purple attire and his entrance cape hoodie. Hopefully made out of actual fabric, but I know Mattel wouldn't do that. So, and 3, Kevin Owens, sorry, with his with the NXT title, with the US title, so you can recreate him crushing it with his foot, and with of course his Fight Owens fight shirt. And the Fight Owens fight shirt, I would want it to be or his KO shirt that says Fight Owens fight on the back. I was trying to think of a way to where they could connect it to where it would actually be fabric, but they could take it off. So, all right. Hope that answers your question. Let's see. Looking for a question. People have been guessing that the Bushwhacker figures that I bought were going to be Dudley Boy customs. That is incorrect. No. I bought them because I love the Bushwhackers. And I've been wanting to get a hold of those figures for a long time. I should have bought them when they were at Toys R Us for $20, and I didn't do it. But I got them for a really good price on eBay, about $10 more than what I would have paid for if I just would have got them all those years ago. But if I'm going to make Dudley Boy customs, I would use Shield figures. They're a lot cheaper to get a hold of. Let's see, Leonardo Tamao. What's your favorite WWE fig? As of right now, still my absolute favorite is my Elite 23 Undertaker with the entrance grates fabric coat. It's not the perfect figure. There are some things I could complain about, but just sitting here and looking at it, I love it. Michael Dibley, what's your favorite BPW meltdown moment? Hmm, that is a really good question. I'm going to stick it to the two matches that are up right now because I could kind of incorporate a lot of things from the promos and the special one-off videos, like when Goku and Gohan were backstage. Oh no, and I guess the entrance video too. I gotta mention that. Hmm, I don't know. Stone Cold coming out to that amazing pop and then beating up on the Outlaws. I think that was a really good moment. Um, let's see. I think my personal favorite moment is when CM Punk does the elbow drop off the top rope to the outside through the announce table, and Rey Mysterio moves at the last second, and he crashes through it. I just and then Bison falls off of the stage. That's my favorite one so far. Let's see, Jason James, who is your favorite superstar? Right now, the one superstar I look forward to seeing the most every single week is Dean Ambrose, followed very closely by Neville. And yeah, I'd have to say my favorite superstars right now that I'm like I need to watch Raw to see what these guys do are Dean Ambrose, Neville, Bray Wyatt, um, Cesaro, Kevin Owens, and now that the Dudleys are back, and I absolutely love the New Day. What New Day is doing right now is amazing. Uh, TN TNWFA Wrestling. Who is your favorite YouTuber? And who is your favorite pick fed or animator? And any customs coming up? Um, I'll kind of answer this in reverse order because I'm gonna separate pick fed and animator, and I'm gonna separate those two from YouTuber because when you say YouTuber, I kind of put it up there as like, okay, who has like 1 million subscribers, goes to all these cons, is really super popular and stuff like that, versus us down here who we've got a really good audience and we love all you guys, but we're not we're not up in that upper echelon. We have our audience and we love you guys, and so I'm just kind of separating the two from it. All right, so first, any upcoming customs. I've had a Kurt Angle custom in the works for years now. I don't know when I'm going to finish it. It's like my Hulk Hogan or my Hollywood Hogan. I can't say it. My Hollywood Hulk Hogan custom. I was working on that for years before it was finished. It finally is finished now. I just haven't had time to review it. And the cat's in the bathroom scratching something. Um, I have a custom of Liam from the Super Best Friends that's done, and I'm waiting to show it off. I just have to get done with Meltdown, and then there's going to be a video of him. And for right now, that's all I'm willing to disclose on the customs. Favorite pick fed? I don't really look through pick feds anymore. I kind of did when I first got on Instagram, but and I do follow people that do some pick feds, like Dylan, and you know who you are. I know Wadfix does a pick fed on his other channel, and I try watching them. They're just not really for me. I will go there and support them, but it's just not my sort of thing. So I will check them out. And I hear Matt Goldberg's going to start doing CCW as a pick fed, so I will try to get a little bit more back into that. I'm not really going to do one myself. I'd rather put more work into reviews and animations. Animator, Captain McKay Random, just is. It's like people could say, well, he's not the best animator or whatever. That's not really the question, though. It's who's your favorite. And to me, like the little details, the amount of work he puts into his dioramas and his stages, and the guy really knows his stuff. Like to me, when I watch any of his animations, nothing is wasted. It's not like he's wasting your time with anything. Everything has a purpose and a drive. So I'd have to say, yeah, he's the best animator on YouTube. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Okay, so upper echelon of YouTube, there's people like, and I'm just going to give out examples of what I mean by this. There's Market Pillar, there's like the Game Theory guys. I'd say it's just some random guy is up there. Team 4 Star, the Two Best Friends Play, Matthew from Botchamania, OSW, but they're kind of more on the other. They kind of use YouTube to promote their other videos where they're on other video streaming sites because YouTube takes down a lot of their stuff. Um, Boy, that one is really hard. I'd have to say it's just some random guy is my favorite YouTuber. I'm always entertained by his videos. I could just watch them on an endless block. His Hi, I'm a Marvel and I'm a DC series, absolutely great. And his like spin-off of that, um, oh God, I can't even think of what it's called now because he's done a couple of these where he's done like story-based spin-offs with all of the lore that he's created, just playing with the figures and not really putting that much effort into them, which is just what makes the show so cool. And I actually was planning on doing a tribute video for him or a parody of what he does. I don't really know the best way to call it, where it was Bison and Shao Kahn doing I'm a Street Fighter and I'm a Mortal Kombat. So that's going to be another video coming up. Re-Raw 9501. And I'm just going to keep burping into the microphone. That's what I do. What year did you start watching wrestling? Or watching WWE? I started watching WWE in 2002 because that's the year they were changed from the WWF into the WWE. Who was your favorite Attitude Era wrestler or tag team? Favorite tag team from the Attitude Era? I'd want to say the Legion of Doom, but they've been around. I want to pick a team that's solely from the Attitude Era, and I would have to say it's the Dudley Boys. I might have also said previously on another video that it was either the APA, Edge and Christian, or the Hardys, but I'm gonna stick with it on this one. It's the Dudleys. I was thinking about this the other day, and just like they were the most entertaining team to me. And when they had the triple threat tag matches at the two WrestleManias and at SummerSlam, I really wanted them to win. So, who is your my favorite Attitude Era wrestler? Now, Undertaker's my favorite wrestler of all time, but my favorite wrestler from the Attitude Era specifically is Stone Cold Steve Austin, followed very closely by The Rock. More people telling me to make Dudley Boy customs. I'll answer this one. I can't say this. Route Law R, is the Mankind in the mailbag video going to be a custom Gangrel? No. It's going to be a custom other figure, not Gangrel. Nightcrawler 06. Which WWE figure do you want to see made the most? Okay, as of right now, I want them to make a new Cactus Jack figure because I missed out on the ringside figure, and God, I want that figure. So I want them to make a new one. They don't have to include all the accessories that the ringside one came with. Just have the same face mold, the same body overall, but just include the Luke Harper Elite 29 flannel vest. That's all. That's all I would need. That's all I want. Ryan RB was asking if Grimm's Toy Show is the special guest star for Meltdown. You'll just have to wait and see. Super Zach, why did you start animating and watching WWE? Well, I started watching WWE because they were transitioning from WWF to WWE, and I said, well, this product is eerily similar, so I'm going to keep watching it. And I started animating because, well, I've already answered that. Wow. BAW Wrestling asked a lot of questions, so I'm gonna pick one out of all of these to answer. I guess this would be good. Who was my least favorite superstar and diva? No disrespect to either of these two people intended, really. My least favorite I can answer this first. My least favorite diva is Tamina. I don't get anything from watching her. I'm not entertained. I'm not rooting for her. I'm not rooting against her. She's just there. And again, that's probably just comes down to a lack of identity. So, Least favorite superstar. Man. Trying to think of somebody who's featured a lot on WWE programming, and I'm just like, really? I don't want to say this because I like the guy. I really do. I think he's a good person, but I am really sick of the Big Show. Just nothing he does is exciting anymore. Does he turn face? Does he turn heel? Is he in between? I just go, ugh, who cares? So, yeah, sorry, Big Show. I like you, but yeah, you're kind of my least favorite superstar right now. Going down in NXT because I just want to right now. My least favorite diva on there is Dana Brooke. Completely boring. I've seen the bodybuilder chick before, and just nothing about her gimmick is really original. I don't like her entrance. I don't like her music. I don't like her promos. I don't like her matches, and I know it's developmental, but I just know it's not for me. Least favorite superstar that's down there right now. This kind of hurts because I liked him when he first showed up. I'm not a fan of Solomon Crow. Uh, Again, a lack of not doing anything with him. I know they just paired him with that one girl who got fired from WWE for the Nazi Instagram stuff, but his attire, his character, I don't know what he is. So I'd have to say, just as that, I'm just not a fan of it. I was going to say Ty Dillinger, but when he was at Brooklyn and doing the 10-10-10 thing, I get what his gimmick is. I don't think he's that all that good of a wrestler, but he's okay. Let's see. Adam O'Bernies, what is your favorite and least favorite Mattel figure of all time? I answered that for favorite. My least favorite, where it's like, I cannot believe you made this and I want to throw it against the wall. Let's think of a recent one. Hmm. I'm going to say it's the Elite 31. Okay. I don't think I can answer of all time. I think I can just answer as of right now. One of them that I just looked at and was like, this is garbage, is the Elite 31 Dean Ambrose. I felt it was a shell of the Elite 25. That face scan looks horrible. Like if you threw some glasses on it and a poofier wig, it would look like Mrs. Doubtfire. Doesn't look anything like Dean Ambrose to me. And I know, like, for certain attires, Ambrose wasn't wearing the shield vest anymore, but for them just to kind of, oh, here's the camera from his last figure, and oh, we need something else to give you. Here's the U.S. belt. And I love the U.S. belt, but it just felt like a complete waste of a figure. So I'll have to think of one that's my all-time hated. I might have answered that in the previous Q&A, but I just can't remember what it is right now. Let's see. Tony Danza for life. I know you asked me about the Christian glasses. I plan on using them, so I won't be trading them. Sorry. Douglas St. John. When do you think Meltdown would be posted? Soon. Guy with the reviews. What is your favorite WWE pay-per-view? Overall, complete pay-per-view. Best one ever. WrestleMania 17. Matthew the Sausage. um, what got me into WWE and who is your favorite wrestler of all time? Alright, I know I've been trolling people on the WWE WWF thing. I know they're the same companies, but I just thought I'd have some fun with you. Um, Honestly, when I saw it as a kid, there was nothing like it. I just said this is the most unique, cool looking thing. I've always been into like fighting games and watching characters interact and just fight each other like superheroes and stuff. And WWE was just a live version of that in a ring, and it was competitive. I think championship belts are the coolest thing ever, so that's a big thing of what got me into WWE. Joseph Hatcher wants to know if I will ever make a video with the complete BPW roster, and will you have another show after Meltdown? Yep, it's going to be called Fallout, And the BPW roster thing, it's ever changing, so I don't know what purpose it would be to make one of those, but I can kind of see where you're coming from because I do know some people that do videos like that. Right now, I would see it as a waste of time, so probably not. Leslie Koopa, King Koopa, Leslie King Koopa. What figures are you getting from Elite 37 and Elite 38? Elite 37, Seth Rollins, Stephanie, uh, The Miz, and Dean Malenko for sure. Probably going to skip on Brock and John Cena. Elite 38, I won't lie. If I can get all of them, I'm going to get all of them. Ones I'm looking forward to the most out of the Elite 38 is the APA by far. Um, Another question. It's the same one that was asked before, but I trolled it. Sorry about that. Legendary Phoenix Figs. What year did I start watching wrestling? I was born in 1986. I would say my first cognitive memory of wrestling was around WrestleMania 6. I'm trying to remember what year that was. 89? Was it 89 or 90? Damn, I don't really want to get my phone out and Google it, but it was right around there. Whatever year WrestleMania 6 was, that's when I really, really started watching wrestling. Was that 1991? Ah, damn. Okay. So Ric Flair was involved in the 1992 Royal Rumble. So that would have been 92 would have been WrestleMania 8, 91 7. Okay, so it would have been 1990. So I want to say 89, 1990, somewhere around there is when I started watching. But my dad's been watching it pretty much his entire life. He's been watching wrestling. So I would say pretty much my entire life too. I've been watching wrestling because I was probably watching it as a little baby and I didn't know it. Esteban Dingleberry. What are your thoughts on SummerSlam 2015? I thought it was a great show. Yes, some things sucked, like the triple threat intercontinental match and the Divas Revolution 9-person elimination tag match. I thought that was really bad, especially following I almost said Becky Lynch, following Sasha and Bailey. How could you follow that? Why would you even try? But I get it. It was just really bad. Taker versus Brock, I thought was amazing. Cena versus Rollins, to me, delivered a hell of a great match. New Day stole the freaking show. Randy Orton versus Sheamus was a quick and fun match. Let's see, what other matches? Owens and Cesaro, absolutely loved it. I think I'm missing one. I know I said the tag match was awesome. It might have been the best tag match of the year. No, it wasn't because of the botches. I'm not saying all those botches were Sin Cara's fault, but he was involved. So, God, I think I'm missing a match in there. So I'm really sorry if I am. Oh, Rusev and Ziggler. Yeah, that was nothing. Um. Oh, okay. That's not a question, but I got a really nice comment from Matthew Shanahan. So thank you for the comment. That's really nice of you. Uh, just gonna keep burping. Jamar Hurdle. Sorry, still burping. Jamar is asking me to trade something. Sorry, no. Uh, Jake Medina. How old were you when you started wrestling? Well, I was around 4 or 5 when I started wrestling, and I did not get good at it. So that's why I'm not a wrestler right now. I know you're probably asking when I started watching wrestling, but I pretty much already answered that. Let's see. Okay, here's a good question. World Extreme Courage Wrestling Network. Who is your favorite wrestler currently in the Indies? Well, I'm not going to consider ROH or New Japan the independents. And I guess I really couldn't consider TNA independent, even though that would be funny. I'd have to say Matt Seidel, who was Evan Bourne. Um, yeah, I really want to name some ROH people, but I'm not going to count it as independent. So yeah, Matt Seidel. Can I show you all of my figures? That's Superinio Flores. Maybe. I was thinking about doing that for the next collection video because I can't remember what figures were in what collection video, so I think on the next one, which is going to be in the beginning of 2016, I'm just going to have every single wrestling figure in this video. So it's going to be a long one. All right, my man Edward Underhill comments a lot on my videos. Really appreciate that, Edward. And you've got 2 questions, and I have no problem answering them. Oh, you got 3 questions. Sneaky. Which Star Wars movie do you think had a bigger impact on sci-fi movie genre? New Hell, A New Hope, or The Empire Strikes Back? A New Hope, all the way. I love The Empire Strikes Back. It's actually my favorite Star Wars movie, but wouldn't have any of the stuff without A New Hope. So definitely, New Hope was the catalyst. What are your top 5 favorite WrestleManias from 1 to 31? Top of my head, not going to think about it too much. 17, 19, 20, no, 21, 20, and 20, 22. Yeah. I am probably going to regret those choices, but that's just what I'm going to say for now. Benny Boy, who's your fave WWE toy? Pretty much already answered that. And there is Dylan _ WWE _ figures. Hey, what's up, Dylan? Let's see. Oh, you're letting me know that the Booker T head was from the basic battle pack when he was feuding with Cody Rhodes. Thank you. That was driving me nuts because I know that's not the King Booker head, and the only 2 Booker T figures I was aware of, well, three, sorry. The only 3 I was aware of was the Build-A-Figure from the Basic Series, King Booker Elite 14, and the Basic Series one with the 2002 looking head, which I want that one. But yeah, thank you so much for that. KWF second channel. Let's see, favorite figure. And most want WWE figures. Starter, I already answered that. Hopefully you were paying attention. Thank you again for the question, though. Kevin RP wants to know if there's going to be more toy hunt videos. Absolutely. I actually have one in the works. I just want to film some stuff at another video or at another toy store just so there's more to it than just what I have right now. What do I think about the Elite 38 lineup? It's great. It's one of my favorite lineups. Even the Adam Rose figure. I know a lot of people don't like Adam Rose, but I think that's a cool figure. Is Wadfigs a great YouTuber? Yes. Yes, he is. Harry Flynn, who was the greatest wrestler that had ever competed in a WWE ring? Should NXT get a TV championship? And what is your favorite Angry Grandpa moments? I have not seen Angry Grandpa. I know it's a huge thing. I just haven't watched it. I don't really think it's for me, so sorry I can't really answer that. Should NXT get a TV championship? No. NXT should get a live streaming championship because they're not really a television show. They're a network production. They might be on TV somewhere that I'm not aware of. I know they're on Hulu, but and you see the rules of the TV title, it's usually you get 15 minutes and then that's the entire length of the championship or how long the championship match can be, whereas some today, they go however long they do, but it always has to be 15 minutes for the TV title, or at least that's what it was to me in WCW. So no, I don't think a TV championship would work for NXT. And greatest wrestler that ever competed in a WWE ring. Total package, Gimmick, mic work, in-ring ability, connection with the fans, The Undertaker. Corbin C, can I do a house tour? Uh, no, not really. I thought about doing one. Like, hey guys, here's my desk, here's my TV and stuff like that. I think they're no, I don't really want to do one. Sorry. I don't mind doing room tours when it comes to showing off what figures I have, but like a whole house tour, nah. Uh, Trevor Corcoran, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry, Trover Corcoran, and I see that your icon picture is the Undertaker, and there's like a TNA background thing on there. That's just blasphemous, sir. Um, see, I've been asked these questions before. I won't do top 10 favorite figures. I'll probably do that in a video someday. So I'm going to save that one. It's going right there in the pocket. And no, who knows? It might be a different figure than the Elite 23 Undertaker. You never know. He asks Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels. I love both of those guys to death, but I'm a Shawn Michaels guy. So I guess me and Captain McKay are going to have to fight now. All right, guys. As far as I can tell, that is the last series of questions on the YouTube side of things. So we're going to get this put up in the next day or two. Meltdown will be soon to follow, as will the next part of the Q&A segment, which will be all the questions that I got from Instagram. Even if I got asked the same questions as on here, I'm still going to try to answer them. So hopefully this one didn't go too bad. Please. I hope this didn't go too bad. All right, this is Chase from Burnout Inc., that guy with the gloves. You know what to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Whatever new thing YouTube has come up with to get the word out that this video is up, do it. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm on Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram. You can email me at thatguywiththegloves@gmail.com. And that's it. Really? Had to mess up the ending. Yeah. Maybe I should just keep talking. I should just wear the microphone for the rest of the day. Yeah, I'm just going to get on Instagram, see what's going on. Let's see, what's going on? Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. You like this. I'm going to like this. I'm going to like this. Oh, recent shout-outs I want to do real quick. Thank you to Captain McKay Random. I'm getting a Godzilla figure, a giant Godzilla figure from him, thanks to random word generator thing that he did on his contest winner video thing. I don't know why I can't say what it is right now. This is just the high quality production that we got going on over here. So thank you, Captain McKay, for the awesome Godzilla figure. Should be here soon, whenever you sent it out. And thank you so much to @JerryHorror on Instagram. And check out his Blu-ray on a Budget series. It's really funny. If you don't know, he used to host Ringside Riot. And I won the Defining Moment Sting figure from him in just a random giveaway he was doing. So thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, I got nothing else, guys. So stay tuned for Meltdown. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Q&A. And I'll see you next time. Yes! Finally something went right.